what is happening between Peter and Paul and these brothers in general is just something that I often wonder about. And for any mom of boys or mom who has sons, I think this is also something that you should be praying about, because when I look at it, when I think about my family and just what I've seen around me, around males, brothers, siblings, unfortunately, I've not really seen male siblings who have been chummy, peaceful, at peace. I remember my father and his brothers, they were 8 sons. It was always kata kata. Growing up, I just knew that there was just kata kata, fighting, animosity. And my father was like the Peter who he loved his brothers, boys, like they all just felt very entitled to what he had, and nothing he did was enough, no matter how much he did. One time, I remember he bought cars for all of them. Nothing was enough. They just felt like he could have done more. They just had him in their mouths. They hated my mother as well. So there was a lot of kata 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 kata. I remember one time it got to a point where there was just so much animosity. And just like this Peter, I remember my dad used to cry a lot. I remember one particular situation that will never leave me was when one of his brothers died. They were still quarreling, and one of his brothers died. That one was older than him. And they said he was not going to come for the burial. But he went back home. I remember that we went back home and we went back to the village, but he was not allowed to come for the burial. So he was upstairs in the veranda, and then I think they'd gone to the church and they were bringing back his brothers this thing, and then they said doing the one Allah, this thing that goes boo boo boo. My dad was sitting there, then he started crying. Whew, like he was crying like a baby, like God, he was crying. My dad was traumatized a lot, and I know I didn't have a good relationship with him because of like how he used to be. But when I hear about his childhood and how his brothers did him, his elder brothers, I knew that was his trauma, the problem, the issue that he had. But it's very hard. I can't talk about my dad without crying. I cannot. Like, I've tried it. Anytime I'm talking about my dad, I tear up. I have so much emotions. I love my dad so much. But I feel like I got most of my heart from him. But I understand it so deeply because I feel like he and I are so alike. Like, our emotions are deep.